Hey guys, what is up? AwesomeTheSauce here. Hope you guys are having a great day and welcome to a video talking about two of the biggest things from the Roundtable stream a few days ago. We had a huge stream. Thank you to everyone who showed up, by the way. Basically, the devs came on board live. We asked a bunch of questions and we got a few big announcements that are coming for the game this spring update. Now, obviously, there's so much more, so you should definitely watch the original video. I'll put in the card, you know, the top like there. I'll put it at the end so you can watch it. But the two things I wanted to talk about is one, the fact that there's literally a new animation that's going to be added into Wizard101, which is, I think it's a casting animation, which is absolutely nuts. And of course, the advent of Fifth Age. You guys want to know the full live details? Because these things were literally announced for the first time on my stream. I don't know what universe we're living in where that's a thing. If you guys want to see it, and we should watch the whole stream. Let's talk about this animation. Basically, right, what was played on stream and was posted on the Wizard101 Twitter, if you want to look at it there, basically what it was is just a completely new animation for casting. Now, right now, there's really not that many cast animations. I would say, like, it's basically based on your weapon, which kind of doesn't make sense considering you have cards, right? It's never really made that much sense. But what they're adding is what you see on the screen right now, which is basically like they pull out the cards and essentially just go for something that looks just like it's out of the Wizard101 commercial that we all saw years and years ago. I'm a huge fan of this. First off, I feel like the Wizard101 commercials have always gotten a lot of criticism because they look crazy good. And honestly, at least until the texture update of Wizard City and some of the earlier streets in the game, until that, it was very, very inaccurate. Even now, obviously the commercial looks insane compared to all the things that I guess they haven't updated in terms of textures. So this is a really, really big deal. It's gonna make something that we've seen in a commercial, probably clicked on the game off of the commercial and never got, and now we're gonna get it. From what I can tell, this is going to be a PvP reward. So, like, it could be just like, I don't think they're going to use arena tickets, if I'm being honest. I've heard so much about them removing arena tickets, but it's going to be something like a currency tied to PvP. And just like any of these items, they're probably going to add a new section for casting animation. Now, I'm sure that's very controversial because it's a really cool animation. It's going to be tied to a side activity that a lot of people aren't comfortable doing, but it can't be a bad thing for the game. And the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of people used to do PvP for things that they otherwise couldn't get. It literally used to be like a big flex to have this commander robe. Nowadays, because of how long 4th Age has been going for, this is not really a flex, right? All you have to do is be a commander or a warlord or whatever. It's not hard. I think it's commander. And then you just need 1,000 arena tickets, right? People used to do PvP because this robe is not available anywhere else. And it's actually really interesting. Like, when you want to dye it, it's 1 gold. It's only 1,000 arena tickets, which a lot of people can do. And getting to commander on a lot of schools is not hard. But it kept the queue super, super alive. So, like, people had an incentive to PvP before, just off of something as simple as a robe. But since this robe, we've gotten absolutely nothing. And mind you, 4th Age has been happening for I think at least 4 years, if not 5, maybe even more. So that's a long, long time to not have an incentive to PvP and still expect the queue to be huge. Now, I know some people are going to make a huge deal out of the casting animation having to do PvP for it, but I think at the very least, PvP needs some reason to do it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Beast Moon has incentives. They have spellments that drop, right? Decathlon has incentives. They have really cool cosmetic gear. Right now, a big endgame activity like PvP that could drive a lot of people to spend time on the game, it doesn't really have incentives. So I feel like that's a huge W for PvP. Honestly, if they had anything cosmetic as a PvP reward, I'm always here for it. And honestly, if you like the animation, I think it's a great time to just try out PvP. It's not that bad. It's actually getting a lot better. That brings us to the next topic of this video, which is the fact that 5th Age PvP is literally going live during the spring update. I'll be honest, I did not expect such an early announcement because I feel like there's a lot of things that are still seemingly, you know, like in development. You feel me? Like right now, they literally have 2 spells, including Sign of Storm and the Death Djinn, that aren't even in the game because they couldn't get it right for PvP. It was literally just, it came out unbalanced. With something like this, which was basically a mistake that made Q almost unplayable for at least 2 to 3 months, with a mistake like this, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on them to actually get it somewhat right this time. But there's so many things that were brought up in the roundtable that makes me think that there are ways that this could go really, really well. We're talking about new gear for every level, so not just max level, but like somewhat of like a gear overhaul that lets people do PvP at key levels, like I guess 60, 30, 130, 150. There's also talk about an elo system, which is, in my opinion, miles better than what we currently have, because right now you can lose to a bad player or win against a good player and the net is still 16 rank. It's a very, very simple method. It's not a real good indicator of rank at all. So basically an elo system would be like, oh, you beat a good player, you get more rank. Oh, you lost to a bad player, you lose more rank. They're adding also, as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier, a timer system that literally makes it so that if you draw, you both lose rank. So now there's literally no incentive to draw. There's no incentive to just hop into queue and heal a ton. So when you combine all that, what it's looking like is at least somewhat of a framework for a pretty fair PvP meta, at the very least, reasons to do PvP, and a system of rank that actually, like, you know, isn't like plagued by boosting, plagued by all of these things that 4th Age has been, and it might actually indicate something for the first time in literally ever. Obviously, I'm excited about this update. What I think is going to be crazy awesome is that as much as that PvP Roundtable talked about very PvP oriented things, I think this spring update is going to have a lot of stuff for PvE as well. I really, really do. I just don't think we talked about it in that stream. So I think there's going to be something for a lot of people in this update. You know, man, on a real note, I just want to thank you guys for watching me through all of these years. The fact that we've done literally all of these things to the point where we can literally be a part of such a big announcement, so many things to talk about in this game. I feel like the next couple of months at the very least on this channel, they're going to be completely crazy. If you want to get into PvP, I would say this is the time. You should sub to your boy. I literally stream it every night. I'm excited for what they're going to do with this meta. I feel like the past few months I've been trying, and to be patient was a lot of effort, but for it to result in a stream like that, for it to like result in all of these leaks, I mean, you know, I'm just happy to be a part of it. You feel me, bro? Like, really, like to have been a part of that announcement, dream come true. And I owe it all to you guys, so thank you. Let me know what you guys are most excited for. I just wanted to cover it in case people didn't watch the whole stream. You should watch it. I thought it was a really cool stream. I think we covered a lot of really important things. I tried to run through everything, and the leaks were really crazy awesome. As always, drop a like if you enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think about this. I want to know. I'll leave a sub review. And as always, if somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. So stay awesome. And yeah, y'all.